Hey, Norwich City, it's me, Paul Machin from the Redmen TV. Apparently, Liverpool have accepted a £2.5 million bid from yourselves for Sergi Canos, and Jack asked me to give me my thoughts on the potential transfer. We actually did a show on this earlier today, and we discussed the fact that we'd had a bid accepted, or he had a bid accepted from Bristol City last week, and we seemed fine with that. He had a very good season last season in the Championship for Brentford. I think he scored 7 goals and got 5 assists, which is a decent return for a winger. What we were most pleased about was that apparently in that deal, Liverpool had put a buyback clause. Now, I haven't heard mention of that in the Norwich end, but from my perspective, I'm not gutted that we're selling him per se, but I think the lad's got talent, and I would be very, very happy in the knowledge that Liverpool did have a buyback clause, because I think he has definitely got something. I don't think he's going to get the game time at Liverpool, and I do think that he's the kind of player who needs to go in and properly immerse himself in a football club, which is what he did very well at Brentford last year. So could be a very good deal in potential for Norwich. Look, he's got championship experience. He is a very, I think he's only 19 years old. He's got bags of potential. The Brentford fans absolutely love him because I talk about that integration. He carried himself like a Brentford player. You see a lot of Liverpool players go on loan and they keep the Twitter pictures as the Liverpool kits and blah blah blah. No, he was changing his header and his image. It's a little thing, but I know that's one of the things that the Brentford fans love so much about him. How he just went, no, look, I'm at Brentford. I'm a Brentford player. I pull on the Brentford shirt. That means the world to me. I'm going to go out and perform for that team. So hopefully, for you guys, you'll see, if he does complete the transfer to Norwich, you'll see that from him, that 100% commitment. And I wish him nothing but luck. The reason why Liverpool aren't keeping him, there's a couple of things. The lack of European football next season means there'll be limited or more, slightly increased or limited chances of playing more games of football, because we couldn't put him in the early rounds of a Europa League, for example, which I think he actually might have done this season. And apparently, even though he's played, he made one senior appearance at Liverpool, and that was in the last game of the season against West Brom. He wanted £10,000 a week. Now, look, I'm no financial expert. I don't know how much money that is comparatively to other people. I know that's not tip-top wage bracket or whatever. But for a lad who was probably going to be looking at playing maybe 5 or 6 senior games next season, that's a lot of money. Whereas I don't know how Norwich's wages are structured, but for a guy who's going to play, like he played 38 games for Brentford, if a guy's going to go and play 30, 40 games, first team games in the Championship, I suspect, and get a decent goal and assist return, 10k a week's probably reasonable for a player of that quality. So, but it's a sticking point when we clearly wanted to say, well, you'll spend some time in the under-21s, you'll play a couple of games here and there for us. So I suspect Liverpool actually kind of wanted to keep him to some extent, but there is a threshold where he clearly wants to play. He wants to play football, first team football, and he wants to be paid what he feels he deserves in terms of how he's performed so far in his career. So fair play to him. I can't really knock him for that. I am disappointed to some extent, because I like to see young players get good at Liverpool, to be perfectly honest. But in a perfect world, he goes on. He's incredible for Norwich. Norwich get promoted. Liverpool get a wedge of cash for it, and then eventually comes back to us for a nice fee. I don't know. Bear in mind that I was really wrong on Andre Wisdom, so I appreciate that my opinion probably doesn't matter much to you guys anymore. But, if you don't believe me, go and ask the Brentford fans. They'll know a damn sight more about him than I do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, of course, to Talk Norwich City if you haven't done already. I've no idea if he's got a subscribe button. Just go and do it. Seek it out. You're all intelligent people. Go and find a link. Go and subscribe and watch more fantastic Norwich City content there, or cover and watch Liverpool content on the Redmen TV.
I'm here to talk about whether Ricky van Wolfswinkel should be playing in a Norwich City shirt next season, and if so, why? You guys know.